Hello, this is Nathaniel Oxford, the Oxford, with another video tutorial. This time it's on what to do if your school or your classroom returns to mandatory masking. And you can see I've got my mask on and I'm ready to go. But the question is, what do you do if you play a wind instrument? We all know if you play a string instrument or percussion instrument, you can still just wear your regular mask. But what if you play a wind instrument? So let's talk about that. You got two options. Your first option is your regular instrument mask, and we'll go over and review how to use this. Your second option is to just wear your regular mask, and there's a way that we can use that while we're playing in class as well. So before we go into that, remember the bell covers? Bell covers are still mandatory, and they probably will be through the end of the year. The reason for that is that the majority of aerosol particles that are generated in a band class by musicians' mouths go through their instrument and out the bell. And so the bell covers comprise a MERV-13 filter, and they're put pretty tightly against the end of the instrument. So with this trumpet bell cover, if you start to see light through the mask, we need to replace that. If the elastic starts coming apart from the seams, we need to replace that. Don't wash it. If something happens to it, let's just try to replace it, okay? But we don't want to wash them, and we do want to make them last for as long as we can. This is going to catch most of the aerosol particles in the band room when you are playing. So if you haven't used one of these for a while, I know some people are still using them and some have chosen not to. But if you haven't and you're going to start using it again, what you're going to want to remember is don't talk when you're changing your mask. And when your mask is changed, you can talk for the entire rehearsal period. Remember, the flap goes on the front and the hole opens down. Inside, there's a slit, and that's where the mouthpiece goes. So put the mouthpiece in through the flap and then in through the slit. Make sure the bottom cloth on the slit is not inside your mouth or against your reed, because that's against the upper part of your reed, because that's going to make it hard to produce tone. And then pull make sure and pull the outside part of the slit down, and then the flap, cover your mouthpiece as much as possible, and then you can play. Okay? And then you pull it out, and you're ready to go. You can talk, you can ask questions, and do all that for until you're done playing, and then just switch back to your other mask. Now, the second option is you can use your other mask during rehearsal, and I'm going to switch right now. I'm not going to talk while I'm switching. I'm not going to cough or sneeze with my mask off. But now I have it on, and now I'm listening to somebody else. It's their turn to play, and then the teacher's giving them some feedback, and now it's going to be my turn to play. And so I can actually pull my mask down, but I'm not going to be able to talk when I do that. And since I'm blowing into the instrument and most of the aerosols are being captured by that bell cover, then I can just pull my mask off. And then as soon as I'm done with my passage, I can put it back on, I can talk, I can ask a question and do all of that. But you just got to remember to put it back on when you're done playing. So that is the second option. This one's recommended. This option is also recommended. And they're both going to be okay if your school or classroom returns to mandatory masking temporarily or for the end of the year. So if you have any questions, ask me when you see me before you start changing masks and stuff. And I think it's all going to make sense and be really easy for us. So I'll see you in class.